Assalamualaikum and hi. First and foremost, I will introduce myself. My name is Asma'at Amira Binti Ismail. I am a final year student of UiTM Arab Release. Today, I will present my final year project on forecasting gold price by using fuzzy time series Arima model. My supervisor is Suzanawati of Hasan. So let's move on to the next part, which is abstract. Abstract. Forecasting is a managerial function that aids decision making. It is also known as the technique of estimating uncertain future events. The main purpose of the study is to forecast price of gold in Malaysia based on past data from January 16 to January 20 by using Arima models. Gold serves as a stabilizing factor for financial portfolio, which is why investors are investing their money into it. For forecasting the gold price, the model selection criterion AIC and BIC suggests that Arima 211 and 010 are near to each other. The forecasted value reveals that Arima 211 is more efficient than Arima 010 based on model selection criteria. Background of the study. One of the most common traditional kinds of savings or investment is gold. Forecasting the future price path of kijang emas is useful for a commercial property in Malaysia. According to Ghazi 2021, the price of gold is not rising very quickly but is rising at a steady pace. They may not make much money, but there is no risk of the market collapsing. Although the price of gold cannot be controlled, it can be calculated and predicted for future decisions. The price of gold has surged in Malaysia since the beginning of 2019 as investors seek safe havens from developing economic worries. Predicting gold prices will not only benefit monetary policymakers, but will also help hedge fund managers and foreign portfolio managers to make better market investment decisions. Problem statement. Gold remains a very common investment for investors around the world. The main problem with this study is that when large countries' central banks begin to retain gold reserves and purchase more gold, the price of gold rises. This is because as the supply of gold goes down, the cash flow to the market is increasing. Some investors have become nervous about the gigantic trend in gold prices. Another factor that contributed to high gold prices could be the unsustainable demand for gold for speculative needs. Investigation of the timing arrangement is a numerical strategy for assessing the example of information that directs the long-term control of the projected future cost of gold. It helps to analyze the past, which helps to predict future price of gold. Objective of the study. First is to forecast the price of gold by using time series Arima model, and second is to look at the stationery of the model. Scope of the study. The study focuses on the price of gold in Malaysia. The study depends on the auxiliary information on the value of gold collected from kijang emas. 5 years of data from 2016 to 2020 were collected from 14 countries across Malaysia. Significance of the study. Currently, the world price of gold is the lowest in 6 years, but Malaysian ringgit gold prices are stable due to inflation and Malaysian ringgit depreciation. Gold is one of the most rewarding long-term investments. Despite the fact that gold is now at its lowest price, history shows that it will rise in the long run. Gold investment is a safe investment since it does not involve any third parties. Literature review. First is forecasting gold price using fuzzy time series. Banerjee 2014 used the Arima model in their paper, Anticipating of Indian Stock Market Utilizing Time Arrangement Arima Model to gauge future stock lists that have a strong impact on the Indian economy. Second is forecasting gold price using multiple linear regression. Ismail, Yahya and Shabri 2009 developed the multiple linear regression forecasting model that predict gold prices. On the basis of a number of economic considerations, 4 distinct models were obtained. Third is line diagram. Line graph use data point marker connected by straight lines to aid in visualization. It describes how one quantity changes in respect to another. Fourth is correlogram. Correlogram can help you to determine whether or not two sets of data are autocorrelated. Fifth is ADF test. ADF test is a unit root test for stationarity. ADF test is more powerful than the Key-Fuller test and is capable of dealing with more complicated models. Method of data collection. The study is focused on secondary data taken from the Kijang Emas Prices by Negara Malaysia. Monthly time series data are collected with a total of 1,221 observations from January 2016 to January 2020. The price of gold is named in Ringgit Malaysia per ounce. Method of data analysis. Arima is an acronym for Autoregressive Integrated Moving Average. Autoregressive AR and Moving Average MR models are combined in this model. P is equal to number of autoregressive terms AR. D is equal to how many non-seasonal differences are needed to achieve stationary PI. Q is equal to number of lag forecast error in the prediction equation MA. There are three methods of data analysis that we use, which is autocorrelation, partial autocorrelation, and Arima. Arima is best viewed as a short-term time series forecasting method that has been widely used since the evolution of sophisticated statistical software packages in today's world. Arima has four key steps in model construction, which is identification, estimation, diagnostic, and forecasting. Arima model takes historical data and divides it into three categories: autoregressive AR, integrated I, and moving average MA. According to Banerjee 2014, it has three ARP, ID, and MAQ model boundaries, all joined to frame the Arima PDQ model, where P is equal to order of autocorrelation, D is equal to order of differencing, and Q is equal to order of moving average. Data description. The figure shows the gold price from January 2016 to January 2020. Gold prices did not fall during the year, and in fact, they increased somewhat at the end of the year. Checking for the stationarity of the data by using correlagram ACF and PACF plot. Based on ACF plot, it exhibits decay movement, and PACF plot has 4 significant spikes. These results demonstrate that the data is not stationary. ACF and PACF plot after first differencing. Based on ACF plot, it also exhibits decay movement, and PACF plot has 2 significant spikes. Arima model. There are 9 potential model parameters was picked, which is Arima 212, Arima 211, Arima 210, Arima 112, Arima 111, Arima 110, Arima 012, Arima 011, and also Arima 010. Arima 211 has the 4 smallest error measure, which are RMSE, MAE, MAPE, and MASE. So we can conclude that the best model is Arima 211. This model can be used to forecast the future price of gold. Conclusion. The primary purpose of this study is to use a time series Arima model to forecast gold prices. Using the line diagram, correlogram, and ADF test, we established that our data is stationary at the first differencing. We found that Arima 211 was picked from 9 potential model parameters because it delivered the best model that matches all of the fit statistical criteria, whereas the other 8 failed. This method is only used in a limited number of cases to discover minor data discrepancies. Recommendation. Under the assumption that gold prices follow a perfectly linear trend, the Arima model was employed to forecast gold prices. Arima models are a conventional approach to forecasting that has increasingly been supplanted by newer techniques such as regression models and neural networks, which provide more accurate forecasts over time.